So point number one in doing a consultation, you want to talk to the customer about how much time they spend on their hair in the morning. Why is this important? We definitely don't want to give a customer a service that has them leave the salon feeling great about their new look, but that when they get home, they're not able to repeat that look. We need to definitely have an understanding about what their capabilities are they able to use a flat iron, and that we're interested in their overall experience. So when they go home, they know that they can achieve that look again, and that we've given them something that's manageable for what they can do. How frequently are they able to visit the salon? Again, we want to make sure that as we enter into this relationship together, that my customer understands what's going to be necessary. If Dawn wants to go dark, she's a natural strawberry blonde, beautiful highlights in the front, which is really manageable for her today. However, if I took her dark, she would have to come in much more frequently for touch-ups to maintain that look. And we don't want to have her leave feeling great and then come back and say, I can't deal with this. This is a lot of work. I have to be in the salon much more frequently. It shows that we care about her time and what she's able to devote to maintaining her look. How often do they shampoo their hair at home? You know, if there's somebody that doesn't like a lot of maintenance, that doesn't like to use a lot of deep conditioning, maybe doing a high lift blonde is not the best idea. We want to make sure that we have a good understanding and appreciation for the types of products that they're using at home, so that we can prescribe products that are right for them to follow up with the care of the look that we gave them today. And this also opens up the door for retail recommendations. I mean, you know, if I talk to Dawn and she says she wants to do something really different, she wants to high lift, she wants to go with a shorter look, but today she uses water on her hair and she doesn't use any styling aids, finishing products, or appliances to style her hair, then we need to have a more in-depth conversation about what that's going to look like for her and what she's going to need to style her hair at home, to maintain the color, and to keep the integrity of the hair so that we can keep doing the color the way that she wants it done. What level of change are you comfortable with? You know, everybody has a different interpretation of what change means. For Dawn here, she might feel that an inch off is really dramatic. For me, an inch off is nothing. So I'm very comfortable with, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm 10 in terms of change. You know, I'm very receptive to recommendations and doing things differently. But Dawn might say, you know what, I like to ease into things. I don't like anything drastic or dramatic that's really going to be very noticeable. You know, I think that that is really important in understanding the comfort level and how far I can push Dawn in terms of recommending change. You know, if Dawn says to me I'm a 1 on the scale of 1 to 10 on change, you know that I have to really coach her and talk to her quite a bit about what I'm doing and make visual recommendations to her before she's going to feel good about the change that I have to offer. When was the last time that you loved your hair? That's a really important question. It tells me a little bit about Dawn and a little bit about the last time that she was really happy with a look that she had, and how we can maybe take her closer to that time and to that look and make her feel really good like she did at that point in time with the style that she had, or what it was that she loved about it. What was your worst color experience or cut experience? This is my favorite question, and the most important question that you're going to have for your customer, because it's going to give me a sense of what Dawn really doesn't like and what Dawn really does like. So when we talk about what was the thing that you hated the most or that you disliked about any service you've ever had, if Dawn says to me, I do not like short bangs. I had a situation one time and a stylist really took them very, very short. It took forever. I felt very self-conscious. I was very uncomfortable. That's going to tell me anytime I get close to the front of Dawn's hair, I need to really be careful and talk to her about what I'm doing. An approach that I would take in the salon when I did hair was that if I knew Dawn was uncomfortable with going short in the bangs, or she didn't want a lot off the back, or she was really funny about how it framed her face, is I would say, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit at a time off, and I'm going to show you how much I'm taking off. And I don't have to do this in one sweep. We're going to do a little bit at a time. I'm going to drag a little bit, I'm going to style it a bit for you, and I'm going to make sure that you're okay with it. And if you want more off, we'll take more off, because I can always do that. And we would take that type of step-by-step approach. You would be amazed how good your customers feel and the type of loyalty you gain when you acknowledge that they have a sensitivity about something and you approach it in a very strategic way that they know that you're taking care of them. Huge opportunity. What was your worst color experience? You know, maybe Dawn expressed at a previous appointment with someone that she wanted red. Well, we all know that red can mean 100 different things, and I like visual aids to be able to show a customer, do you mean a cool red or a warm red? Do you mean this type of red or that type of red? Do you like this darkness or this lightness? Do you like this depth or do you not like this depth? Do you like this shine, this tone on tone, or do you like this more matte looking color? Those types of things and those types of visual enhancements will really help to make sure that when Dawn says, I had red and I didn't like it, and I want to go red again, but I'm very particular about what type of red, that by the time we're done the consultation, I understand what she means by red, and that's really important. How comfortable are you with using styling tools, blow dryers, flat irons, etc.? If Dawn hates using a flat iron or a blow dryer and she just wants to wash and wear, I'm going to have a totally different approach to my recommendation than I would if she says, oh yeah, no problem, I'm an old pro, I can use a flat iron, I can use a blow dryer, I do it every day. I know then that I can take that opportunity to coach her on the best way to use those tools when styling her hair, and that I don't have to be nervous about giving her a style that's going to take using those tools to get the effect that I'm providing her with through my cut and color. What do you least like about your hair? If Dawn says to me, I hate the flatness, I want volume, I want to be able to get more lift at the root, then I know that not only am I cutting her hair and my styling her hair, but I also have to teach her how she's going to achieve that. If she says to me, I hate that it's fly away, and that when the temperature gets cooler and it's dry outside, that I can't seem to get rid of the static. Again, retail opportunity. If she says to me, I really don't like the brassiness of the blonde in my highlights that are framing my face, I know that I can recommend, you know what, I know we're just doing a cut today, but this is a great opportunity for me to tone that. It'll take about 10 minutes and you're going to be much happier with the color of blonde when we're done. So opens up opportunities to build your ticket and to make your customer happier when they leave the salon. And then the last question that I really like to ask is there anything else that's particularly important to you in either a color service or a styling service as we get started today? Is there anything that is really important that you want to tell me about what we're going to do with your service today? And that opens up for Dawn to say, you know what, I'm a cut client. I don't like color, I don't even want, so then I know that I have to be really limited in the amount of times I talk about that with her because she's not interested necessarily in color. I'm still going to talk about it occasionally, but I'm not going to push her to do that. And maybe it's a case where we have to have a few more interactions before I'm able to have that dialogue. Maybe she says, you know what, I want to grow my hair and I don't know how to do that. I can give her a look that'll help her to grow that out. So mostly it's important that Dawn knows that I care deeply about what's important to her today. And that helps strengthen the bond, create the loyalty, and give that wow factor that, wow, this person is really, really listening to me. Lastly, the most important thing that you can do in a consultation is when we're done, I'm going to repeat everything back to Dawn. What I would highly suggest to you, you pull up a chair. Maybe it's the styling chair next, maybe it's a cutting stool, and I talk to Dawn and I say, okay, here's what I understood from the conversation that we just had. You don't like this, you do like this. You don't like this, you do like this. You can use a flat iron, you need some recommendations for product because you want to get the lift, you're unhappy with the brassiness that's framing your face, we're going to tone that down. You don't like high maintenance. You want something that's really manageable and easy for you to take care of at home. And I get that, because who doesn't? We're all busy. And you have that type of interaction so that you can confirm with Dawn at the end of that consultation that you're on the same page. You know, you met this red, right? We're looking at this picture. You want more of a cool red, not a warm red, and this is what cool red means to you, right? Okay, great. So we confirm, we feel good. I'm gonna go get it mixed up, and I'm gonna be right back. And that's how you close a consultation and make sure that the customer knows that you know what they want.